Knew the end from the start. Fix your face like it's art. The sons of a simp, call them Bart. Yeah, you did your best, played your part. But now it's time to cut you to the heart. Flex on occasion. It's the strangest of the salvation. You see it, believe it, amazing. Them chariots coming invasion since the creation. War, mine, Lord, bless the general. Greatest nation, eat them unequivocal. Bombs dropping, buddy, cause it's biblical. Start shit, now it's time to finish you. Whoa. Said he won't vote, he looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world.
I can't wait for our kingdom to start and for theirs to be finished. Get rid of all of their idols and lying religions. Look for the crown like an Edris. Hey, this that crown talk. Wisdom of Solomon 5 talk. This that second Edris 6 and 9. We want eyes talk. It's your time to end and my time again. It's our time to win. Away with the sin. You know what it is. Rejoice with my kin. See that is why we repented. Go to streets, I can see myself in it. The city is bright, the kingdom of light. A wonderful sight past the angels, the inner light. I need 1,000 years of labor. Sit on my throne with my savior. Try the new wine, press alone. He bring pain like major. You think the nations is equal to us? TK Kirkland, who raised you? Flex on occasion, my God a racist. That's why we moving with patience. It's been a long time coming. I spent my whole life running. Now that I'm 10 toes down and established my faith on 100. Woe to the nations, my king will race them. You know they gotta be punished. Jeremiah 25. Yeah, you know they gon' fry. Whoa. Said he won't vote, he looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world.
All right. What's good? Shalom, shalom. Most High Christ bless. What's going on, brothers? What's going on? Yes, y'all. Yes. Come on, man. Don't be just turning it off all abrupt. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to bring it down like it was real people here. What the hell wrong with y'all? Hey, will somebody turn on Officer Shem mic? He want to curse at y'all. Turn on his mic so y'all can get cursed at. Y'all did that? Yo, Shem, your mic on? Oh, Lord. Somebody turn on Officer Shem's mic, please.
Here it come.
Oh, man. Hey, so anyway. Hey, listen, y'all. Shalom, Most High Christ bless. How we start the show is already technical difficulties, right? Hey, y'all, we're going to reintroduce ourselves. Welcome back to the Nehemiah Squad. I am Captain Zakai.
Hey, it's Officer Shem. Yep, Officer Judah.
All right. Hey, listen, fix Officer Shem's mic, man. This is very annoying. I don't know what's wrong with it, man. All right. Hey, bring up that thumbnail, y'all. Bring up that thumbnail. Hey, before we get to the thumbnail, go back for a second. We got to talk to the people real quick. Go back. And listen, man, I hope if any Christians is watching the show, right, which is good. We're not saying don't watch the show. Please watch it, right? Y'all got to get away from this Easter stuff and Sunday. It wasn't Resurrection Sunday and all of that. Lord willing, y'all know that that's fake and you're in a pagan religion, and now you want to repent, right? So all praises. Welcome to Israel United in Christ.
Yes,
all right?
that's right.
For real. All right. So, yo, put up that thumbnail. Put up that thumbnail.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Yeah, you up. Now you can curse them out. All right. So the name of this show is Trump Threatens the Destruction of Iran. And y'all might be saying, well, he's been doing that for like 2 months already. But now he gave him an ultimatum, right? Plus, he calls healthcare a scam. How the hell is the president of the United States going to call healthcare a scam? And not only that, but Putin is getting troops ready to fight against America, right? So this is it's on. It's on and popping.
Hey, check out them gas prices, man.
Ooh, that's
man.
almost one of the scariest things on the
Yeah, right. No, you're right. Put it back. That looked more scary than the mushroom behind him.
All right.
Yeah. When the price is like that, you might as well drop the bomb.
It's over.
This is ridiculous. All right, all praises. Hey, so we're going to start. You know what? We're going to start the show off on the right foot. Hey, play video number 1. just gonna start this off right. Just set the tone for the rest of the show right now. All right, number one, y'all. Number one. Put that disclaimer
Hello,
up there.
family. Welcome back to the African Diaspora News channel. I am Wongil Zalalem, and today I'm bringing you
Hit pause. There you go. All right. Hit play.
a video, a heated argument between an older Japanese gentleman and it sounds like it's a younger white man. It got heated. Mostly it was the older Asian gentleman that was speaking his mind freely, I might add. And, I think it comes with age as well. When you get older, from what I see in my experience, people get bolder. They don't care to please you. They don't sugarcoat things and they'll say it as they mean it. And that's precisely what has happened in this instance. First, let me show you the clip and we'll have
listen,
a discussion.
y'all listen close to what this, she said it was a Japanese man, right? Listen to what Ammon is telling Esau. It's crazy. Hit play.
Means my friend told me in Singapore, whites are evil.
Damn, hit pause. That man said, my friend in Singapore told me that whites are evil. He just came with it. He's talking to an Edomite right now. Go ahead, hit play.
Agree. He said whites are evil. Period. I'm not saying I didn't say that. He said that. I'm not.
But you think it.
Yeah, I.
A lot of hate for white people, so I don't know. Chicken cross. Shout out Rainbet.
Now who's gonna next? Maybe Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, one by one.
Well, so you're just naming all rich white guys.
I don't know. All these guys are involved. All white guys. No Asian men involved.
Hit pause. You see how Esau tried to be slick? Oh, no, you just talking about rich white guys. He said, listen, man, I want to hear about all that. They all white. Give a damn what you talking about. Go ahead, hit play.
The Philippines, all white guys going after little girls.
Whoa.
Then Thailand said, this is your DNA. You have DNA.
Oh, stop it. Yo, hit pause. Yo, you heard that man say?
Yeah. You said that's your DNA.
That man said. That man said that's your DNA.
He said his soul is not right within him.
That's perfect. For real. That's what he's saying.
Basically.
Right? But without the scriptures, they already see it. It's now the Lord is bringing it to the point to where the whole world is just seeing it. Remember what it say in Obadiah? That everybody's going to see it.
Yep.
Right?
And then it say that wicked one shall be revealed.
Exactly.
He's going to be revealed.
Oh, he's so revealed. Hit play.
DNA. But I can understand, yeah. Because white people, they rob the whole world. They stole the world.
Damn.
America, Australia, New Zealand, India, they're robbers. Jamaica, or they're thieves, Now
Yo, wait, hold on, pause.
Yo.
Man. We got to go to the Bible. We have to do it. This is getting crazy. Give me all that. Give me the one in Obadiah. Give me the thing about the robbers and Daniel. We got to do it. This man just picking apart. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all might be saying to yourself, okay, this is crazy what he's saying. Don't think that these people don't be watching our classes and all of that.
Oh, they watch.
I'm telling you. People watch because at the end of the day, remember, a lot of people is believing, yes, we all going to be saved in the Lord, whatever. They hear us teaching it. And although we're saying y'all not coming, they still watching.
Yeah, because they want to know how to try to combat it. So you can't combat nothing if you don't put your eyes on it.
That's right. And and you know what? They hoping, they saying, you know what? They telling the truth, but I hope they wrong about us.
Right.
Man.
They want to cleave. That's the scripture say that.
Yeah.
They're going to cleave. Go ahead, read that thing, bro.
Obadiah, verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars,
Right.
thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night,
Damn.
how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
You heard what he said? The Lord called them thieves and robbers in the same sentence.
Right.
That's what this guy's saying. He said, they're robbers. They're thieves. They stole the whole world. Literally, and that's what Esau did. Read on, bro.
How are the things of Esau searched out?
Right.
How are his hid things sought up?
Right. We good on that. We good on that. Hey, you want to bring something out? Oh, you good? All right, hit play.
Stealing Asian girls now. Shit. No respect.
So you just had a bad experience with.
Come on, I'm telling
With white
common
people in
sense,
general.
What you see around the world, you don't deny that. demand.
Right.
Jeffrey Epstein.
That man
Honestly, what
said,
amazing.
yo, y'all can drop
all
that.
of 'em.
You can
Yeah,
drop
he
that.
said every single last one of them.
That's right.
Go to Psalm 64
Yeah.
and start at verse 4. No, start at verse 5. Let's get straight to it so I can pass it right back.
Psalms chapter 64 and verse 5.
Yep.
Every day they rest with my word.
64.
Oh, excuse me. Psalms chapter 64 verse 5.
Yeah.
He shall reward evil unto
64. I'll read it myself.
ahead.
They
No, no.
encourage themselves in evil matter. They consume of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them?
Right.
They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them.
How many of them?
Every one of them.
Some of them?
Every one of them.
Damn.
And the heart is deep.
Damn.
But every single last one of them. He said, oh, those are the rich white guys.
Right.
No, it's all of you.
Right.
Every single last one of y'all in y'all DNA, y'all all think deep as hell to put evil in the world.
Right.
Scripture calls these people the border of wickedness.
Right.
That means that evil starts with them and evil ends with them.
And that's what he said. He said, yo, no. Don't try to deny that. Yeah. he had to stop Esau in his tracks. Do not try to deny that. I just told you. This is general across the whole white people. That's what he trying to tell them.
He said, that's all y'all. It's in
Right.
your DNA.
Yeah. So now, based on that, and listen, y'all, we getting right into the topic, but we had to start with that and then show you a little something about what the Israelis, you might think they robbing, they definitely robbing the Gaza Strip, right? They stealing all their houses in Palestine. Now they down in Lebanon doing the same thing. But what y'all didn't know, they be doing that in New York.
Been doing it.
Yo, hit video number 2. Watch, y'all gonna see this. Everybody in New York and Brooklyn, y'all know they know what it is. Yo, Amalek been over there stealing houses. You can't make it up. But over there, what they do is they go to the building department and all that. But I want y'all to see this initial thing. This is hilarious. Hit play. Make sure the volume is up, y'all.
Out of here. You don't own
Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. So hold on.
Ain't no.
So now this Amalek right here, he's going up to a Jake's building that a Jake owns, and then trying to tell him that he got to get a what you call it, an inspection. But he ain't in no position to be talking about no inspection. He ain't no building guy. He don't work for the building department. But this is the first step they take when they want to rob you. Go ahead, hit play.
I came to do inspection of the house.
Ain't no inspection. You don't own the house. Get out of here.
Daniel,
You don't own
Daniel,
nothing.
You know there's a court order.
Like, get
saying
court order.
that it must vacate.
No, get out of here. Fake ass court order. Look at this nigga sound scam. This guy been here for years. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. He's born here.
Yo.
Get out of here. When they call the cops, you came, the cops came, they did nothing. Get out of here. Yo, oh yeah. I don't know if you know this guy's trying to scam. We're not playing over here. We not playing. We don't give a fuck about that little fake ass hat. We're not the fake ass hat. We're not.
Yo.
It pause.
Yo. He was going to knock that man's block off, and he kept it up with that fake ass hat, man.
Yo.
He said, I didn't care about your hat, man. He was
Right?
going to lay hands on that man if he didn't stop.
No, 100%. So what this video went on to talk about is how they going into the building department. They got connections in there, and then they're looking for people with like a second home, or if you have a home that you renting out, but you don't actually live in it. They find some way in a loophole to grab control of your house and take it. So this has been going on for a minute. I remember they've been crying about this since around 2018, 2019. They saying this happened, like not that particular one, but since 2024, there's been a lot of them. But it's been happening from before then. You know what I mean? Even around COVID and all that, it was cracking. All right. I wanted to show a little bit more of that. Hey, see if y'all can what they call it, like scrape through it. See if y'all can go right through it.
Scheme through it.
Yeah.
Real quick, like.
Yeah.
Pull
I
the
think y'all
marker.
gonna look right. Keep going, and y'all gonna get right back to that same, because that clip is gonna come back. Yeah. All right. Good. Go back a little bit. Hit play. Matter of fact, let me see something. All right.
Not just blood libel that was doing this, Jimmy.
Well, let's watch. So I got this video.
He got
this
a Louis
is,
belt on too.
Yeah.
Israeli man tries to seize a house in New York City like it's the West Bank.
See that?
Let's watch. You want to watch? Here's a little bit. Here's a little short clip.
These guys are trying to scam my boy on his property. Look, it's the second time he came around. Trying to get him.
Hey, Daniel,
Trying to scam.
I came Came to do inspection of the house.
Ain't no inspection. You don't own the house. Get out of here.
Daniel,
you don't own
Daniel,
nothing.
You know there's a court order.
Like, get
saying
court order.
guys must vacate.
No, get out of here. Fake ass court order. Look at this nigga sound scam. This guy been here for years. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. He's born here. Get out of here. When they call the cops, you came, the cops came, they did nothing. Get out of here. Yo, oh yeah. I don't know if you know this guy's trying to scam. We're not playing over here. We not playing. We don't give a fuck about that little fake ass hat. We knock his fucking hat off. We not playing, yo.
See?
We're not playing.
Time.
I'm trying to play.
Knock his
I'm trying to get
block
him the fuck out of here before he get himself hurt out here. You heard? We don't give a fuck about that hat. You heard?
You heard?
We don't give a fuck about that hat. We knock his.
Wow, self-control on that
I don't think
podcast.
he
Pause,
heard.
y'all.
I don't think he heard.
Nah, he ain't here. Look how he's standing.
Look, just
Looking
imagine
stupid.
some stupid looking dude coming up asking to walk in your house.
Hey, but bruh, I like what you just said. A stupid looking dude, right? Yo, no. Yo, hit play. Listen to what Esau said about Amalek. Hit play,
Because
y'all.
for a guy to stand there in that pose while he tries to steal your house, and the guy only has something to say about your hat, that's it? That's a lot of self-control.
Well,
Yo,
I
hit
think
pause. Get it out of here. Yo, for real, you was on point with that, bruh. Because that look right there just make you want to smack a dude.
Oh yeah.
Man,
How you standing there with your hips? Yo, we've come to inspect your home, bro. They should have let him in and beat him up inside, bro.
he sounded like a straight Russian, so he ain't from here.
No. He's Israeli for real. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, those of y'all who from that area. Well, I don't know exactly what area they was in. You know what I mean? But generally, they do that. Like most of them live in we call it East Flatbush, Williamsburg. There's another area out there. Damn, I forgot the other area where they mostly at. But then they go around to the black communities, black and Hispanic communities, and that's when they doing their work. They can't really do that to no Edomites. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get, they're gonna get dealt with. You know what I mean? But our people, sometimes, if we're not on top of our business, they wind up snatching it. Then it's like a whole war. And the fact, if you wind up going to war with them and you spend all your bread, you might get messed up and can't pay your mortgage.
Yeah.
That's what they looking for. Yo, they some demons. Trust me. Brothers out there, they know what it is. All right, so we're going to get into it, y'all. Play number 3. This ain't even a full topic, but y'all got to see this. This y'all man Trump, all right?
The orange man.
Yeah. We're going to play 2 clips. Play number 3. Go ahead.
Holy Week, I'm proud to join with Christians across the country and around the world to celebrate the most glorious miracle in all of time, the resurrection of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. In his life, Christ displayed true humility. In his death, he modeled true love. And in his resurrection from the tomb, he proved that even death itself will not silence those who place their trust in Almighty God.
Damn.
As it says in Gospel of John, for God so loved the world that he gave his only Son.
Wow.
For whoever believes in him should not perish,
You gonna perish.
but have eternal life.
Damnation.
Eternal life, such beautiful words. This Easter, millions of Christians all over the globe will be reminded that because of what Jesus did on the cross, all of us can live every day with hope in God's promise, knowing that in the end, evil and wickedness will not prevail. In the spirit of joy and renewal this Easter, we also celebrate the extraordinary resurrection of faith and religion in America. As I have often said, to
Hit pause. So this man said evil and wickedness will not prevail. It won't, because y'all gonna get handled, right? But he's talking about the renewing of Christianity in America, right? Because they really talking about that Christian nationalism, you know what I mean? Which is the pretty much white supremacy. That's why y'all, our brothers and sisters, you blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans, you 12 tribes, you have to separate yourself from the Christian church. Yeah. When he's talking about Jesus and all, he talking about Caesar Borgia, he talking about a white man on the cross. That's not real, okay? Y'all better go watch our videos, man. Y'all watch our videos. We broke down how Easter's fake, how it's pagan, how Resurrection Sunday is false, how Christ rose from the dead on the Sabbath.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. This is in the Bible. You can't listen to nothing these Edomites is talking about. Not one damn thing. Wait till you see the next clip. Finish this one.
Great nation, you must have religion and you must have God. In churches across the nation on Sunday, the pews will be fuller, younger, and more faithful than they have at any time in many, many years. Religion is growing again in our country for the first time in decades. Happy Easter to all. May God bless you. May God bless the United States of America. Our country is doing so well like never before. Thank you.
Hey, man, I can't take this.
Boo.
Liar.
Give me Psalms 50 right quick. This is why God said this. Just listening to him
Terrible.
talk about the scriptures, it just made my whole head hurt.
Disgusting.
Read verse.
Get right to it.
Yeah, right to it. That's it, right there.
Psalm chapter 50 and verse 16.
Oh, he can find it now.
But unto the wicked God saith,
Unto Donald Trump, he's saying,
what hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
what have you to do to declare his statutes? What do you have to do with these scriptures? Go ahead.
Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth.
How dare you take the Israelites' covenant and put it in your mouth, man? He ain't talking about you in the world. He talking about us. Isaiah 45 and 17. Look it up. Read it. That's who the world is. Not talking about America. God ain't blessing no America, man. There's bombs coming here.
Imagine being in a chariot and Trump sitting next to you.
Oh.
We'd be like, yo, what the hell we did wrong?
He was like, oh, no. He coming for a burnt offering.
Yo, hey, play number 4, y'all. Y'all not going to believe this. This is, listen, y'all. This is why we read the Bible. Wait till y'all see what they getting ready to say here in this video here. Number 4, y'all.
Persians, the Iranians.
Hold on. Take that back to the beginning. Take that back to the beginning. Stop right. Don't hit play yet. It said that the Persians, come on, y'all. Bring it back up. Come on. That the Persians, the Iranians were wanting, right? So they letting the people know that the Iranians, that they are the Persians, right? Now, they doing some type of a prayer here. That woman back there, right, when y'all see her in the pink or whatever she's wearing, she had just said that Trump was like Jesus Christ. He had literally said that right before this guy got on, right? Go ahead, hit play.
Persians, the Iranians, were wanting to kill every Jew, woman, child, and do it all in one day. But you raised up Esther to save the Jewish people.
Wow. Hit pause. Hit pause. I got a few priests in the house. Is what he said true? Did the Persians want to kill the Jews during the time of Esther?
Nope.
Or was it Esau that was trying to kill the Jews?
It was the white boy.
Right. It was the so-called white man that was trying to kill the Jews in the book of Esther.
Yeah.
You see? So you Christians, you better start separating yourselves from this demon. This man is lying on the Bible like it's nothing. That's why Officer Shem just brought that scripture out in Psalms 50, right? Showing you that what? They have no business holding on to our records and spitting out these words. It's disgusting. It's filthy. The Lord said, why are you touching this book? Why are you speaking? You see what I'm saying? This man said that the Persians was trying to kill the Jews. First of all, they was never trying to kill the Jews. And now they're not trying to kill the Jews.
Right.
He's lying about that time and he's lying about now. What he's not telling you the truth of, hey, go in the book of Esther, right? Matter of fact, go in Esther in the Apocrypha and show, it should be like, I can't remember the exact chapter, maybe 16 or something like that. And it shows you where Esau was trying to translate the king. You got that? Go ahead, read that.
Get the rest of Esther.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 16 and verse 10.
Yeah.
For Ammon, a Macedonian, the son of Amadatha.
Stop. Haman, a Macedonian, right? Meaning he was from the line of who? Well, you're going to find out later. He was an Amalekite. He's from the line of King Amalek, right? I'm sorry, King Agag, who's an Amalekite, right? But he's a Macedonian, meaning what? That's a white man, right? Philip the Macedonian, who came after him, is who him and Alexander the Great, or the Greek, is who conquered Greece. All right, go ahead.
For Ammon, a Macedonian, the son of Amadatha, being indeed a stranger from the Persian blood, and far distant from our goodness.
Right. So he was a stranger, meaning he was a white man, an Edomite. He was a stranger from Persian blood. He was in the Persian captivity. During the Persian rule, the Persian Empire, he was number 2 in the Persian Empire. Go ahead.
And a stranger received of us, had so far forth obtained the favor that we showed toward every nation, as that he was called our father, and was continually honored of all men, being as the next person unto the king.
Right. That's what I was just saying. He was the next person unto the king, and they honored him, calling him father, calling him everything, right? Your highness, all that. Go ahead.
Verse 12. But he, not bearing his great dignity.
And hold on a second. Who's this talking? This is the king speaking. The number one. He's speaking on what happened. Go ahead.
But he, not bearing his great dignity, went about to deprive us of our kingdom and life.
Right. He went to go steal our kingdom and our life. This is what the Asian guy said earlier, that they thieves and robbers. They stole the whole world. This is what Haman was trying to do. Go ahead.
Having, by manifold and cunning deceits, sought of us the destruction as well of Mardochæus.
Right. He sought the destruction of Mordecai. Mordecai, the Jew. It was him that was looking for the destruction. Go ahead.
Who saved our life.
Right.
And continually procured our good.
Right. So Mordecai, the Jew from the tribe of Benjamin, had saved the life of the Persians or the Persian king. Right. Because they were plotting against him. So they had love for him. Go ahead.
As also of blameless Esther, partaker of our kingdom.
Go ahead.
With their whole nation.
Right.
For by these
for their whole nation, meaning what? The nation of the Israelites. Right? And then he's talking about his nation, of course. But go ahead.
For by these means he thought, finding us destitute of friends, to have translated the kingdom of the Persians to the Macedonians.
There you go. He wanted to translate the kingdom of the Persians to the white man.
Yep.
That's what he was trying to do. Nowhere in here you see the Jews trying to kill. I'm sorry, the Persians trying to kill the Jews. That never was a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That never was a thing. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm sorry, officer. You know what they trying to? You know what these lion demons just did? Because remember, Haman lied to the Persian king.
Yep. I was just about to say that.
All praises.
Yeah, that's
all
what I
praises.
was just about to say.
Exactly. Haman lied to the Persian king, and then he said, "Yeah, go kill them." But he not even knowing who Haman is talking about.
Yeah.
His wife is an Israelite. If he knew that, he ain't gonna let him do. He'd be like, "Whoa, what you talking about?" Yeah. You know. So this is the reason why we got to stay in this Bible. We got to learn. Y'all might as well sit here, get with IUIC. If y'all, whatever city y'all in, find us and get in those classrooms, man. Come in and get in the Sabbath with us, man. Sit down and learn. Or you can watch us online, whatever you got to do, but get out of those churches. These are the people that's over that church, man. Right. Lying.
Yeah.
You know, go ahead, hit play, y'all.
Father, we thank you. Today,
what are you talking about?
The Iranians, the wicked regime of this government, wants to kill every Jew and destroy them with an atomic fire.
Stop.
Bruh.
Atomic fire? No, nobody talking about nothing atomic. They talking about something nuclear.
Yeah. That might be aiming right there, bro. That might be him, bro.
Right.
He's an Agagite.
Yeah.
That just might be him.
No, but you know what's good about what you said, right? What you see, and we got to also let the people know this, that Haman is an Agagite, meaning what? An Amalek. He's an Amalekite. Today he would be known as a Jewish man.
Yep.
Right? This is very important that y'all know that. Y'all have to understand y'all history. That man is known as a Jewish man in today's time. So Officer Shem saying that he might be Haman. Yeah, there's probably some Amalek amongst the regular white people running around. They just don't want nobody to know.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, because now all of a sudden they got this whole white nationalism dealing with Israel because they know they're not really the Jews. They know that. Go ahead.
But you have.
Hold on, I'm sorry. And it's Israel that wants to hit Iran with a nuclear weapon, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Up President Trump.
Yo, whoa, yo, y'all. Did you see that? He said, "The Lord, but God, you have raised up President Trump." Yes, you're right.
Yeah, he did.
He's 100. Yo, they be saying the right thing. It's an opposite.
He did raise up President Trump.
Hell yeah. Go ahead, y'all.
Him up for such a time as this. And Father, we pray that you'll give him victory. Father, we pray for our military that you'd watch over, protect them. Father, we pray for the people of Iran who want freedom to be set free from these Islamic lunatics.
Right.
Father, we thank you for your son, Jesus Christ, who came to this earth to take our sins, that he died and shed his blood on a cross for our sins.
Y'all got to drop it. Y'all got to drop that. I can't. It's ridiculous.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's hurtful. And that white woman, her name is Paula White. Damn, Paula White. Paula Esau. Yeah, she's a well-known I guess televangelist or something like that. You know what I mean? But this is what it is, y'all. All right. Just wanted to show y'all that. Now let's get to your man Trump setting it off. Now the war is in full effect. Yeah, y'all. It's turning up. Every time we thinking it's going to slow down, it's turning up. All right. Play number 5, y'all. This your man. Your man is a very disrespectful individual right here, man. Hey, pause. You got to read.
Trump threatens crazy bastards in Iran with bombing. You'll be living in hell. President Donald Trump threatened to strike Iran's power plants and bridges next Tuesday. His third bombing deadline after letting 2 previous ones pass. In a Sunday post on Truth. In a social again warning he would target the country's critical infrastructure if it did not reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Trump wrote that next Tuesday would be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one. Again, threatening to strike Iran's critical infrastructure and calling for the Middle Eastern a nation to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, writing crudely, open the fucking strait. You crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell.
Listen, this is what the man actually said. You've never seen a president talking like this.
No.
You never seen that. But this is the era we in. This is what we in. This man said, open up the effing straight. You crazy bastards. Go ahead.
The short statement included, praise be to Allah.
Listen, y'all, whoa. Your man Trump said, praise be to Allah.
Wow.
That's what he said to them. This guy is super disrespectful. Listen, this thing is never going to end. I hope y'all know that.
Nah.
Like after this, there's going to be no return to normalcy. Yeah. That's it.
You can't put this fire out.
No. Go ahead.
Taunting the Muslim majority nation on Easter Sunday.
Yeah, that's it, y'all. That's it right there. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see something. See if it was something else I wanted to show y'all. All right. We ain't gonna worry about that one right now. Let's go to number 6. Yeah, we gotta run through it. It's some things to discuss. Yeah, your man, he's pressing buttons, and he getting desperate. He getting desperate because Iran is not trying to hear nothing.
Yeah,
they don't want to talk about nothing.
Ain't nothing for him to hear. They know they know he full of BS.
For real.
They know as soon as they get what they want, they still gonna turn the gun on him.
That's right.
They know that already.
Yep. That's why they fighting it out. They're like, listen, when they see United States leave out of there, then they'll stop fighting.
Yeah.
And then when United States come back again, they're going to start fighting. It's just going to be perennial war. That's it. It's over. They never going to stop fighting. That's it. Y'all got that? Go ahead.
Those were quite the moments from both the President of the United States and the First Lady, who just brought up the children of Iran, and the President saying that's who we're fighting for those families to be able to go forward, paraphrasing here, for a better future. But it was an interesting moment because, as you can see, all the cameras turned around. They're having an Easter celebration. This is Mound Day in Christian faith, so it's the day after Easter.
Yo, hit pause. Mound Day? What is that?
They just be making stuff up, bro.
Hold on, y'all. We can't just let that go.
Mound Day? We got to Google it.
Yeah, I never even heard of that.
Mound Day.
Mound Day. Somebody find that while we talk to the people. So this is what we talking about, y'all. When in the Bible does it say Mound Day?
Right.
Because somebody find that in the scriptures. Mound Day. First of all, when you see Easter in the scriptures, it's not talking about us celebrating it.
Right.
That's Esau's pagan holiday that they doing. They worshiping Diana of the Ephesians and the Queen of Heaven, all that. See what I'm saying? That's what's going on, right? Like the Artemis, we brought that out. Well, I did the class the other day, Sunday, was it Resurrection Sunday, and I was bringing out how the Artemis, right? That ship that went up, the Artemis is actually the name for Diana of the Ephesians. It's a different name for her, right? And they made sure to get that ship going up the queen, the mother of heaven, the queen mother of heaven. They made sure that was going up in what? The so-called Holy Week.
Right.
They're not playing games. They know exactly what they're doing. They're worshiping their God, which is Satan. You got to understand that. Y'all got that? What it mean?
I got some. It says,
What it say?
Mound Day. Tapping on the Mound is an annual University of Alabama Honors Week ceremony typically held in April, where new members are tapped for senior honor societies.
Okay, we got it on the screen. Go ahead.
Mound Day Easter. Based on
No. Scroll down. Easter on the Mound.
Easter on the Mound. Easter sunrise service. A traditional service is held on Easter Sunday, April 5th, 2026 at 6:45 a.m. at the Flower Mound, a native prairie mound, with attendees advised to arrive early and wear casual clothes.
Go ahead, scroll. Read the next one, community events.
Community events. The town also hosts a 42nd annual Easter egg scramble at Jake's Hilltop Park on March 28th, 2026.
Right. So it's in Wisconsin. It's a whole bunch of pagan rituals, right? The Easter egg hunt, all that, that's from the Queen Mother of Heaven, Ishtar, Ashtaroth, all of that. Has nothing to do with Christ whatsoever. They letting you know that right there. You know what I mean? So that's what they talking about, that Easter Monday. That's just more BS, y'all. All right, go ahead. Hit play back on that video.
And that Monday always. And you could see the Easter Bunny there and other people gathered. The First Lady wanted to put the focus on the children of Iran, and that's exactly what just happened. I want to bring in Congressman John James, Republican of Michigan, and importantly, member of the Energy and Commerce Committee. Good to see you. Let's start there. And a quote from the president moments ago. So we're getting a lot of access to him as journalists today, and that helps us so much in our reporting of what's coming up. So two options, he said, for Iran. You can take the good faith deal or face power plant and bridge day. And he said that if it were my choice...
He making stuff up.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. We forgot to mention. Don't forget about Super Chat. We got the Super Chat hooked up. I apologize. I didn't bring it up before. Super Chat is live and direct. All right, just wanted to bring that out, y'all. Go ahead, hit play.
He said the American people want to see us come home at this point, but if it were my choice, I'd take the oil, just like he did in Venezuela. Your reaction?
Damn.
President Trump is a president of peace, but that's peace through strength. President Trump understands basic truths.
Pause. This is the problem with our people, right? They work for these companies and Fox and all of that. He said President Trump is about peace, but it's about peace through strength. Is that what's going on right now?
No.
Strength? Come on, man. Hit play.
Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and we are endowed by rights given to us by our Creator, and that extends to everyone. President Trump is standing up for the American people, standing up for our safety here and abroad, especially after Joe Biden left our open borders, and we don't know who's here.
Hit pause. This guy's a coon.
Yeah, that's all Fox News.
This is a coon. Oh, he's a congressman. Oh, John James the coon. Yeah. All right, yeah. In the background, what y'all looking at, right? Y'all looking at the site, and we're going to get into it in a second, where the pilots got shot down, right? So-called. They sent some helicopters to go get them. Those helicopters so-called got stuck in the sand and couldn't take back off. They sent a couple more, and they couldn't take back off. So then the United States had to send more people to get everybody out, and then they destroyed those helicopters. Now, because they didn't want Iran to get the technology. Now, if y'all believe that story, I have a bridge to sell you. That's what people used to say. I got a bridge to sell you. This is some BS, but go ahead, hit play.
President Trump is doing everything that he can to make sure that a regime that shouts death to America can no longer be in a position to exact those heinous plans on us. President Trump is using every means at his disposal to make sure that he keeps Americans safe, and he's open to a deal. He's open to diplomacy. But again, you cannot negotiate with terrorists. I fought in Iraq. I fought against people who were trained by these.
Hold on, pause. How's Iran terrorists? Where's the terrorism coming in at? I don't get it.
They just defended
They being terrorized.
Right.
Yeah. This man just said you can't negotiate with terrorists. So why are you negotiating with them then? Remember, United States says that they don't negotiate with terrorists, right?
Right.
But they're the ones that's still trying to negotiate with Iran, and Iran is like, I don't want to talk to you. So which one is it? But again, we got Coon Boy here, right? He want to try to be the president one day or something. It's not going to happen for you, bro. Right. Now grow a mustache and a beard and be a man, bro.
Yeah.
Good play.
Iranian militias. And I know they only understand warheads to the forehead, and President Trump understands that too.
Whoa.
Warheads to the forehead.
Come on. Yo, this is, what is going on, man?
But I thought he was peaceful.
Exactly. Through strength. Yo, he feeling so good about himself after he said that. Look at his face. He'll play, y'all.
I know about your military service.
said
and
in
the
his
country
own
thanks
mind,
you. You're serving
bars.
again in a different
Right.
capacity now in leadership. I want to ask you about the enemy for a second, because you do have that perspective as well. When you hear just moments ago, I want to read this, and Trey Yinks reported this, but we have more detail on it now. Iranian state media reporting that Iran has rejected the ceasefire proposal, and Iran's response is demanding some inclusions on the list, and into conflicts in the region. Well, they start so many of them with their proxies, they could make that dream come true themselves. A protocol for safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz, reconstruction, and lifting all sanctions. So, you know, if all of this is on the table and they're rejecting it, what can you give them?
Pause. You got to understand something, y'all. Did y'all hear what the United States is offering them? The United States said we're going to lift all sanctions. Just allow us to come through the strait. But Iran already said, y'all never coming through here again. They're not talking to them about nothing. I hope y'all see what's going on. This is going to happen. It's going to where the Lord said it's going to go to.
Yeah, we seeing it.
Yeah, they're not trying to hear nothing. Oh, remember, if you lift the sanctions, they're able to do a lot. They don't care about none of that. They're like, no, we don't care about your sanctions. You in Israel, they said when this is over, everybody else is going to be able to come through except for America and Israel. They said they're never coming through again. Hit play.
Well, just last week, they were refusing to talk, and now they're coming up with listed demands. I think that this is moving in the direction of people who want to use diplomacy now to bring this conflict to an end. Again, this started because Iran was using dollars that were sent by the Biden-Obama administration that were funneled to proxies like Hezbollah and the Houthis and Hamas. They used that money to terrorize our allies and to terrorize Americans. And they are right now shutting down the Strait.
Hit pause. So apparently what I just said is wrong. He's saying that's Iran that came up with those things, saying that if you remove the sanctions from us, then we're going to let you come through. Now, why would America not take that deal?
Because they don't want nobody doing business with them.
Exactly.
They don't want nobody doing business with them. They're going to go back on everything that they said, like they always show themselves to do.
Right.
They break every treaty, bro.
Yep.
That's what the scriptures say, bro.
Exactly.
They break every single last one of them.
Exactly. Yeah, drop these two coons, get them out of there. Yeah, it's just lies. They just repeating lies. They don't know a damn thing. Bring up number 7. Unbelievable. This thing is crazy, man. Let's see what Iran got to say about all this. Because remember, they're saying that's what Iran is asking for, but it's probably not even true. Remember the little cartoon we was looking at, not the AI thing we was looking at, and Trump was sitting there negotiating with himself. And remember, Iran was laughing. They was like, man, we're not negotiating with this guy.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, y'all got number 7? All right, let's go.
Overnight, Iran responding to a new deadline from President Trump, who's threatening to bomb Iranian power plants and other infrastructure unless the Strait of Hormuz is opened by tomorrow night. Iran's Navy Command now posting on social media, the Strait of Hormuz will never return to its former state, especially for America and Israel.
Stop. So how is it that they posted this and she's saying, and I'm talking about, what's his name, Representative John James, whatever is the coon, He's saying that Iran said, "Oh, if you give us X, Y, and Z, we're gonna give you the Strait." They had this out.
Yeah.
Which one is true? We're gonna go with this. Yeah. I don't believe nothing Fox News and none of these people is talking about. Hit play.
The response coming hours after President Trump's profanity-laced threat warning Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day all wrapped up in one. Trump ordering Iran to, in his words, open the expletive strait, you crazy expletive, or you'll be living in hell. He signed off with the words, praise be to Allah. Trump later telling ABC News, if Iran does not make a deal, we're blowing up the whole country.
I thought he was peaceful.
Woo. Listen, this man said if they don't make a deal, we're gonna blow up their whole country. There's another video where he said he's gonna take they're gonna blow up the bridges and I guess some buildings or whatever. He said after we get done with them, they're not gonna be able to rebuild for like 100 years. Damn. He said, but we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We just, because right now it's going to take them 20 years to get back to where they were, and they're never going to get back to where they were before. How's that possible? Why wouldn't they be able to get back? This guy's an idiot. Hit play.
Experts warn bombing civilian infrastructure could be a war crime.
This could turn into more of what would be a total war, and essentially there is no target off limits, and that is something that we've tried to avoid since the end of World War II as an international community.
Some Democrats blasting the president.
Donald Trump has gotten us into this reckless war of choice without ever clearly laying out the strategic objectives, the plan, how this is designed to actually make life better for the American people.
Well, some Republicans say it's about time.
If you don't undertake the conflict, if you just step back and watch, as the Obama administration was going to do while Iran became a nuclear power and they became North Korea, we wouldn't be looking at the Strait of Hormuz. We'd be looking at what's, having Europe be at risk.
The heightened rhetoric comes as we learn new details about the rescue of a U.S. airman trapped deep inside Iran. Hundreds of special operations forces carried out the nighttime raid to bring him home. One of two on board an F-15 Strike Eagle shot down Friday. The pilot was rescued in hours, but the weapons systems officer spent more than a day hiding from Iranian forces in a mountain crevice.
This is an incredibly perilous situation. You've got to locate them. You've got to assess their mobility, assess their health status. Are they compromised? Are they, is there any other threats around them?
It was during the mission that the colonel made a brief radio call. President Trump claimed the pilot said, "Power be to God," but a U.S. official now confirms the actual message was, "God is good." Trump says he was initially thrown off by the unusual message, worrying Iran might have been using it to lure U.S. forces into a trap. During the rescue mission, an A-10 Warthog was shot down. That pilot ejected after flying to Kuwait. And 2 U.S. aircraft suffered technical malfunctions and were deliberately destroyed by U.S. troops to avoid them falling into Iranian hands.
President Trump told us he thinks this conflict could be over in days, not weeks, and he claimed Iranian civilians want him to bomb their infrastructure to weaken the regime.
Wow. Hit pause. Get that out of there. Now, come on, somebody talk to me. You mean to tell me that the Iranian people, the Persians, they want their infrastructure to be destroyed just to get rid of the regime? That makes sense to y'all?
No. That sounds like somebody just telling them something and then they just repeating it.
Yeah, they got an agenda. They got an agenda that they all those news companies, because their idea is to put their way of thinking in all the viewers. So they have a certain agenda to push. But we got the internet that's showing us everything. They showing us the real deal.
Come on, man. This is like bad. Bring up number 11, y'all. Bring up number 11. But that's what it is. It's the propaganda, right? They telling us a story. That's all it is. It's like a script that they putting together. How does that make sense? Oh, they want us to bomb. Nobody's saying, yo, the president sounds like an idiot.
Right.
Nobody's saying that.
He's reckless.
Right. Only on the internet, like you said, on in people's channels do you hear people speaking truth.
Yeah.
But those channels, complete garbage. Make no damn sense, man. Y'all got that? Go ahead.
Then how would it not be a war crime to strike Iran's bridges and power plants?
Pause. So they asked them, how would it not be a war crime to hit their bridges and power plants? Because that's something that you don't do in wartime. You know what I'm saying? This is known as the, I think, Geneva Convention. This is something that was over time. They said, don't do that because we don't want that type of conflict. We're not trying to take the world backwards. That was supposed to be the thought. Yeah. So they're asking him, how is that not a war crime if you do it? Go ahead.
They killed 45,000 people in the last month, more than that. I think it could be as much as 60. They kill protesters, they're animals. And we have to stop them, and we can't let them have a nuclear weapon. Very simple.
He said they're animals.
The president also said the Tuesday deadline to open the Strait of Hormuz is final.
Okay.
And if they don't, then they'll have no bridges, they'll have no power plants, they'll have no anything. I won't go further because there are other things that are worse than those two.
Mr. President, how would it not be a war?
Hey, y'all can drop that. So listen, y'all. I'm gonna tell you straight. It's gonna be very, very difficult for America to pull themselves out of anything if they wind up doing something like this.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I mean, like you're saying, once the bell is rung, the fight is on.
I'm telling you.
You know, and Iran is not a pushover, and they're such not a pushover. They are ready for the fight. Man. They the ones that's not negotiating with terrorists.
No.
That's them.
Right. Right. They not negotiating with no damn terrorists, man.
For real.
Hold on.
They being terrorized and being called terrorists. It's crazy.
Yep.
Well, while you looking for what you looking for, Nehemiah Israel 4112. $20 in the super chat.
All praises. All praises. $20. Who's that, Nehemiah?
Yep.
Okay. All praises. Thank you, sis. Yeah. Yeah. Why they just be cutting it off like that?
They
just stop it.
They got to work on their fade out.
Yeah, they got to learn how to fade, man. Out. Damn.
Yeah.
Hope none of them is a barber.
Yeah, we don't negotiate with terrorists.
No. Damn.
Shout out to Raham Israel, $4.99 in the super chat.
All praises. Thank you, sis. Sister Raham with the $4.99. We just call that an even five.
Yeah, you might as well.
All praises. That's a blessing right there. Hey, bring up number 18, y'all, right? I think it was something else. Damn. It was another one I wanted to bring out. All right. But bring out 18 for now.
Well, while they looking for it, Shayla Shah, $99 in the super chat.
Hey, all praises, all praises. Thank you. What's it, Shay?
Praises. Yep.
Shayla Shah. All right.
Come on, y'all.
Come on, y'all. Don't leave us like that. All right, go ahead.
As the war between the United States and Iran threatens to spiral out of control, there's a stark warning coming straight from Russia. The Kremlin has reacted to escalating threats and ultimatums by U.S. President Donald Trump against Iran, saying tensions in the Middle East are reaching a dangerous tipping point. In a statement published by the Times of Israel, Moscow warned that the entire West Asia is effectively, quote, on fire, unquote. Separately, the Kremlin spokesperson on April 6th warned that the conflict between Iran, the U.S., and Israel has been spreading, and the world has been witnessing the consequences, while referring to the partial blockade of the global oil artery, the Strait of Hormuz.
A question regarding yesterday's statement by President Trump concerning Iran, in which he, using rather unprintable language, demanded that Iran open the Strait of Hormuz or else face utter hell and prepare for a day of destruction for its power plants and bridges. Has the Kremlin seen these particular statements, and how might it comment on them?
We've seen these statements, prefer not to comment on them. We know that the level of tension in the region is growing, continues to grow. Practically the entire region is now on fire. These are all extremely dangerous and very negative consequences of the aggression that was unleashed against Iran. The geography of this conflict has expanded. Now we all acknowledge the consequences we face, including very negative impacts on the global economy. We, in fact, from the very outset, even prior to the commencement of any military operations, we had been warning that such repercussions were absolutely inevitable.
Behind the scenes, diplomatic act.
So that right there, that man that was speaking, he is the mouthpiece for President Putin of Russia, right? So they acknowledge, they said, we acknowledge that the aggression that was shown against Iran is what is now spawned these consequences that are expanding itself throughout the region, right? Go ahead, hit play.
Activity is intensifying. Top officials from Russia and China, both allies of Iran, have held urgent talks focusing on the rapidly deteriorating situation in West Asia. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi and his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov called for a more balanced and objective global response to the escalating tensions between Iran, the U.S., and Israel. Their message is clear: the fighting must stop. And Lavrov has reportedly warned that military operations must cease immediately, while Beijing has pushed for a ceasefire as the only way to stabilize critical flashpoints, including the Strait of Hormuz. Adding a new layer of complexity, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has made a serious allegation, claiming Russia provided intelligence support to Iran to strike more than 50 Israeli energy sites. Moscow, however...
Pause. That's true. That's true. Russia was supplying Iran. Remember, Iran said it. I think we had like a couple shows ago. Iran said that Russia and China was supplying them with intelligence, military weaponry, and so on and so forth. He said any one of those they could be supplying us with. Those are allies. He said that. So that's the truth. This guy Zelensky is not the first one. Iran said it themselves. These guys are already fighting. That's why they call it a proxy, because Russia and America has been fighting each other for years now, but just through other people, right? Go ahead, hit play.
Has not officially responded to these claims. From Moscow's warning to Beijing's diplomacy and accusations of covert support, this is no longer just a regional conflict. It's a geopolitical crisis pulling in global powers. The question now is, can diplomacy cool a region already on fire?
Kind of. Y'all can drop that. Right? So just showing you that what? Russia said, hey, this got to stop, right? But look what they, check this out, y'all. Hit number 19. 19, y'all.
Iranian state media is now claiming that combat units from Russia's Chechen Republic have declared themselves ready to deploy to Iran if the United States launches a ground invasion.
Pause. Right? So now you see what Russia's talking about, right? They said we don't really want to talk about nothing right now. But they're getting the Chechens, which is part of the Russians. Now they're not actually Russians per se, right? They are, but they're not. They look at themselves differently, right? The Chechens, but they're underneath the Russian control. But they have a separate fighting group, and it says that what? They're getting ready for what? To fight for Iran if the United States steps forward, right? Go ahead, hit play.
According to Press TV, these forces are loyal to Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov and have told Tehran they will fight alongside the Iranian armed forces if US troops move beyond air and missile strikes onto Iranian soil. The reports describe the ongoing US-Israeli war against Iran as a religious war and say the Chechen side is framing any direct intervention as a jihad, a battle of good versus evil in defense of the Islamic Republic. These claims surface just as
pause. So them Edomites right there, they Muslim. That's the difference. They're Muslim, right? So they're fighting with Iran through their religious affiliation. All right, hit play.
Officials openly discuss limited ground raids inside Iran, including possible assaults on Karg Island and coastal sites near the Strait of Hormuz. Iran's top military command has responded with its own rhetoric, vowing to cut off the legs of any aggressor who tries to set foot on Iranian territory and insisting the country is waiting for a ground invasion to prove it can destroy invading forces. Iranian outlets say more than 1 million fighters, a mix of regular troops, Revolutionary Guard units and Basi volunteers, have been mobilized nationwide, while new reinforcements and air defense systems are being dug in along key fronts. Against that backdrop, talk of Chechen reinforcements is meant to signal that any US move on the ground might not just pit Washington against Tehran, but risk pulling in Russian-aligned fighters as well. Chechen commander Abdi Alaudinov, whose Akhmat units have been fighting in Ukraine, has already said publicly that his men are waiting for an order from Vladimir Putin to confront US forces if war spills into Iran. Iranian and sympathetic media are now amplifying those statements to suggest that the same Chechen formations used as shock troops in Ukraine could appear on a new front in the Gulf, blurring the line between the Ukraine war and the Iran conflict. For now, there is no independent confirmation that any Chechen units are actually moving toward Iran. But the messaging alone feeds a narrative in Tehran that if the US crosses the threshold into a ground invasion, it could find itself facing not just Iran's own forces, but foreign fighters who see the fight as part of a wider jihad against American power.
Go ahead, y'all can take it down, right? So this is what's happening, y'all. Everybody's getting involved, and them some original Edomites right there. They're really from the Caucasus. That's where the Chechens is from. They're from the Caucasus, 100%. So but they ready for war. But I want to show y'all something about the Chechens because they have a reputation about them, right? So that's how come when people hear they're getting ready to get in the mix, people get nervous because these guys not normal. Right? Hit number 20. Hit 20. Hit 20, y'all.
Was there any real resistance at your level?
Once in a great while, some of these foreign fighters, once in a while, some random dude would be like, this guy's a badass, right? Like,
Really?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't counter them? Like from where or who or what would they do?
Chechens.
They're definitely.
No, the Chechens in Afghanistan were awesome. They oiled their guns, cleaned them daily, right? Like, had a lot of respect for the Chechens. The Afghans had a ton of respect for the Chechens in Afghanistan.
Was there any
right? So drop that. So they said that the United States is saying when they go places, nobody really could fight with them. They go, people be backing down. When the United States come through, the fighters they don't have the same training like the United States fighters, right? So they back down. They don't want no problems. They giving up. But they said, who have you seen? They said, oh, the Chechens, because they oil a gun every day. That's all they thinking about is war. Yeah. They on it like that, heavy, right? Play this one last one about the Chechens. Hit 21.
Is there Delta Force guys up here? Because these are white guys in North Face. They said, no, this is a free fire zone. And I get my buddy said, he looked over and
pause. I'm sorry, right? Take it back to the beginning. But what he said, is there any Delta Force up here? Meaning it was Delta Force United States guys, because I see some white dudes in North Face gear, right? And they said, no, that's not Delta Force. Go ahead, hit play again.
Is there Delta Force guys up here? Because these are white guys in North Face. They said, no, this is a free fire zone. And I get my buddy said, he looked over and there's one dude like shadow boxing on the mountain face. And he's like, yeah, I'm definitely him first. He stopped to because they're in the snow, whatever. And he stopped to clean his gun. Like he's looking to pull it out, oil it, whatever. And I guess one of them was like we're going to ambush these dudes now, take their tent. One of them was taking a and all of a sudden they saw him, so the gunfight started. He was the only one that cleaned his gun. He said the loudest sound I've ever heard in my life was those three other guns going clink, 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 because they didn't clean them, and now all of a sudden they're just frozen. So he's got his gun up, and it's like, now I'm fighting these Chechens, and I don't know if you know anything about Chechens, but if you run into Chechens, game on. I've been in a fight with Chechens before where they're around us, and I was like, this day is going to end one of two ways. We're going to win. The gunfight I was in, I had a dude shooting a bell-fed machine gun at me that looked like me. And what was scarier was he was a white guy yelling Allahu Akbar, and he was close. Is there...
he dropped that. So he said it was a white guy screaming Allahu Akbar. Damn. They're not used to that. They're not used to seeing that Edomite across from them with that same flame. Because listen, y'all, at the end of the day, the Lord gave them that gift. We keep telling y'all, that war gift, that's them. So when he looking across and he seeing another Edomite, he's scared. Like, oh, damn, this guy trained like me. They know that they very into that.
Yep.
You know, y'all got something?
Yes, scripture say the heart of every single last one of them, bro. They all like that, bro.
Oh,
every single last one of them, bro.
100%.
They all ready to fight, no matter what.
So they all ready to fight.
They ready to thump it out.
Real talk.
Shoot it out, excuse me.
Oh, yeah, you might as well call it. That's what they call it. They call it fighting. Now check this out, y'all. Now, with all the war going on, we know a lot of money is being spent on a war, so on and so forth, right? Trump made a statement about something, right? Bring up number 13, y'all. Bring up number 13. Okay? This is wild stuff. Okay, we're gonna get into this a little bit because this is heavy, right? A couple shows ago, we were saying how the United States pays Israel X amount of billions of dollars, and with that money, they use it to buy weaponry and stuff like that from the weapons manufacturers here, but it also funds their universal health care in Israel. So the one that says universal health care, that one, right? So this guy throwing me off, man. Why do y'all let Jarrell come in here, bro? This guy is like, but listen, y'all, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Somebody help me.
Man, they said iRobot up in here.
Right. Oh, no. So we were paying, the United States is paying for the universal health care of Israel, right? But you know there's no universal health care here in America, right? So now, play number 13.
You know, I tell you that gas prices are up, and I feel like I don't really need to tell you gas prices are up. You know that. You know all of the prices that are up. Grocery prices, gas prices, child care costs, Medicare premiums. They're all hitting record highs. The standard premium for most Medicare enrollees is now $2,435 a year. Child care is rising faster than inflation. According to Care.com, the online child care marketplace, or it's a care marketplace, the average parent reports spending 20% of household income on child care. Mm-hmm. Remember, President Trump campaigned on making life affordable for everyday Americans. But now that he's back in the White House, he says those costs are not his problem, literally. Here's Trump recalling a conversation that he had with his budget director, Russell Vought.
I said to Russell, don't send any money for daycare because the United States can't take care of daycare. We're fighting wars. We can't take care of daycare. You got to let a state take care of daycare, and they should pay for it, too.
Here, pause. So what he's saying is that the United States as a whole, the federal government itself, cannot pay for health care for children all over America. The particular state should deal with that problem. They should come up with the money to take care of the children in that state, not the federal government. This is what he's saying. Hit play.
They should pay. They have to raise their taxes, but they should pay for it. And we could lower our taxes a little bit to them to make up for, but it's not possible for us to take care of daycare, Medicaid, Medicare, all these individual things. They can do it on a state basis. You can't do it on a federal. We have to take care of one thing, military protection. We have to guard the country.
You can see where this is going, right? Because there's a budget proposal out there that asks for a lot of money for military stuff, not government's role.
Pause real quick, right? So he's saying that we got to take care of the country, right? The security of the country. That's the only thing that the federal government really does, right? And so if y'all know anything, generally the state laws overpower anything federal, right? So if the federal government is saying, hey, you can't have a gun in California, and California says, no, our people can have guns and the people can have guns. That's how they do it. That's how America runs. But something like this for healthcare, that's a different story. Yeah. That's a different story. That can be done, but he's saying it cannot be done. We're fighting wars. We're doing this. We can't do it. Meanwhile, we're sending billions to take care of other people's healthcare, right? But hit play. I want to show y'all. We're gonna look at some numbers and all that. Hit play.
For silly things like daycare and child care and Medicare and all the things with care in it. Our taxpayer dollars will not be spent on vital services like health care and child care. Mind you, dozens of developed and developing countries provide free health care for all. Every single other developed country, we call them the OECD countries, every single one of them, plus many more, have some form of universal health care.
Right.
But America is the only developed country in the world that doesn't have universal health care.
All right. Did you hear that? Did y'all hear that? Mm-hmm. Right? So now, hold on. I have something I want to show y'all. Where did that go? He said that America is the only country without universal health care. Like that's a big time with the amount of income and everything that comes in. Where the hell? Hey, y'all talk real quick. Hold on.
Yeah. I like Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13 and because we was talking about how they wasn't regarding no, well, basically how Iran wasn't making no, negotiations. I like verse 15.
Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone that is found shall be thrust through.
Right. So this is when everything pops off, right? And if you found with Esau and everyone the Lord is angry with, you're going to be thrust through. Read.
And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
And that's why I feel for the brothers and sisters that's joining the military right now. Because if you found joined to them, you fighting for the cause of them, you're gonna fall by the sword. Read.
Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes.
Yep.
Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them.
So this is what we're talking about, right? The Medes being stirred up against these people, right? They're going to get the upper hand at some point, read.
Which shall not regard silver.
They're not going to regard silver. So it's not you can't release no sanction for us. You know what I'm saying? To make us change their thought process on wanting to fight. They're defending their country. So it's nothing you could lift or, ease here or there. They ready for the war, Rito.
And as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
They got a whole different mindset, Rito.
Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms.
The glory of kingdoms, the ones that's ruling the whole earth. Bases all over the place, been running things, pulling strings here and there. The superpower of the world. Read.
The beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Fire and brimstone. It's gonna be raining fire. It's gonna be raining.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, so what I want to do, as soon as y'all get that, bring it up, right? Because he mentioned that out of all of these high income, I don't want to say high income, but rich, let's say super rich countries like America and these different places, the United States is the only country that does not have universal health care, right? It's not about child care. He just brought up child care in daycare centers and so on and so forth. This is overall health care, all right? So there's a reason for that, y'all. There's a reason for that. It's not because they can't afford it. The United States prints money. Whenever they want to do something, they print the money and they get it done. So, hey, y'all got that yet? All right. Go back and hit play on the video. Go back and hit play on the video. All right? Because I want y'all to hear the rest of this, and then we're going to go, and I'm going to show y'all some statistics and show you how this country gets down. I'm telling you, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, you are the Israelites. You must separate yourselves spiritually from these people. I'm telling you. You're going to see that there's nothing here for us. You understand? The Lord has us here. We're able to survive. We're able to have decent jobs, so on and so forth. But this just for a moment. Things is going to turn bad. World War III is going to commence. The Lord going to return. We got to get right. Y'all got that? Hit play, y'all. Volume is nice. Volume would be good.
Donald Trump's current war against Iran is estimated to have cost taxpayers more than $16.5 billion in the first 12 days. We're 5 weeks into this.
Whoa. Y'all see that? The war in the first 6 days, $16.5 billion. No, I'm sorry. I said that wrong. $11.3 billion at day 6, $16.5 billion at day 12, right? So this is just half of a month. A half of a month, not even a full half of a month, but pretty much the half of a month, and you already have $16.5 billion into a war that don't even need to be going on, right? That's not even a full war. I mean, they in a war, but that ain't full all out. So you gonna tell me that money can be used to take care of these kids or take care of the health care of everybody in the United States? You need more than $16.5 billion, but that helps. Imagine if you're not getting into all these skirmishes all over the earth, you could do stuff like this. You know what I mean? Hey, y'all got that yet? Y'all still ain't got it? Come on, get to that. Bring that up. Bring that up, y'all. Bring that up. I want to show y'all this. Bring that up. Y'all have it or no? Okay, bring that thing up, man. What the hell you got me talking to myself, man?
Oh boy. There we go.
All right.
Just make it a little bit bigger.
All right, go ahead. Read that, bro.
Universal healthcare systems are established in more than 70 countries worldwide. These systems vary significantly in how they are funded. Some are free at the point of service through high taxes, single payer. While others require mandatory insurance contributions, multi-payer.
Right. So you got different type of ways of getting this done is what they're saying, right? You either going to have high taxes, right? And people just, they income tax, whatever it is, but when it comes time to go to the doctor, you ain't got to pay nothing, right? Go ahead. Or you can pay into the system, but then as you go to the doctor, you don't have to add anything. There's no, what they call it, the deductible, and then, well, your insurance only covers this, so for your surgery, you need 10,000 more. None of that. All that's good. You straight. Go ahead.
Countries with universal health care. The following countries are recognized as having universal or near universal health care coverage for their residents. While not exhaustive, here are key examples of countries with universal or near universal health care coverage.
Right. They said not exhaustive, meaning we haven't put all the countries there. Because remember, it's 70 plus. So they put the main ones. So go ahead. Look at Europe.
Europe, Austria, Belgium, Denmark, France, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, Spain, Sweden, UK.
Go ahead.
Americas, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Asia and Middle East, China, India, Japan, Philippines, South Korea, Thailand, Oceania, Australia, New Zealand, Africa, Algeria, Ghana, Rwanda, South Africa.
Right. So I just wanted y'all to see that. This is just a few of the 70, right? But these are the significant countries that would be on par with America would be the UK, right? Would be Netherlands, all them European countries, right? Even Canada, right? So now, bring up that other one. I want to show y'all this. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, hey, bring up the one that says several prominent books. Where that's at 16.
Hey Cap,
bring up 16. Go ahead, bro.
The money that they was talking about, they didn't have enough for healthcare and all that. They spent how much on that war so far? It was like 16.
16. That's only in the first 12 days.
In the first 12 days, right? They spent $16 billion. It's only 8.3 billion people on the planet.
Damn.
That means every person with that money could have $2 billion.
Damn.
Every single person could. That would fix everything.
Bro,
it's not a money issue.
Right. No, it's never been a money issue. It's always a power issue.
Yep.
They need to keep people. See, it's no fun. If you're a billionaire, there's no fun if everybody got money.
Right.
Somebody got to be poor so you could feel good about yourself.
That's it.
Right? So you can order people around. Right? So if you're a billionaire, you got to say, all right, y'all can be millionaires. Y'all can't be on my level. I still got to be the boss. That's what it's all about, y'all. Because why would you have a bunch of poor people? Why would you even want that? Because they need for you to be groveling. They need the power. They want to have that full control. Y'all got it? Bring up 16. Look at this, y'all.
Several prominent books and historical analysis support your point.
What's my point? The point that I was making was that racially, because we're here, the Israelites in America, this is how come we don't have universal health care. This is an actual fact, right? Go ahead.
Arguing that structural racism was a primary barrier to universal health care in the U.S. These works detail how healthcare policy was frequently designed to maintain racial hierarchies.
Right, the hierarchies. That's what we were talking about before, right? If you're a billionaire, you need some people down there. You need to have a hierarchy. So now when it comes to the medical industry, same situation, right? Go ahead.
Or was blocked by those who did not want Black Americans to receive federal benefits. Key books and scholars that discuss this primary reason.
Right, so these are some books that actually talked about it, right? Go ahead. These are only a couple books, trust me. Go ahead.
Sick from Freedom by Jim Downs. This book explores how the first federal attempt at healthcare through the Freedmen's Bureau after the Civil War was undermined by white officials who feared that providing medical care would breed dependence.
Right, and they put it quote unquote, because if you're taking care of everybody with health care, why would only the black people feel like that you're breeding dependence within them? Why? Though it had nothing to do with that. It had something to do with they just didn't want them to have it because they didn't want them to be healthy.
Right.
That was the point, right? Go ahead.
Among formerly enslaved people, or upend the racial social order.
You see that? It was going to upend the racial social order. They need for us to be sick, down on our luck, no money, and destroyed so that we would never come up. Everything on this earth is done to either stop us from from keeping the commandments first off, and to remain in sin and be destroyed. All right? Look at the next book. It's called the 1619 Project. Go ahead. You get me out the way.
The 1619 Project, edited by Nicole Hannah-Jones. In the chapter on healthcare, historian Janine Interlandiargus that the U.S. is the only high-income nation without universal healthcare because of a long history of racial sabotage.
Y'all see that?
Damn.
A long history of racial sabotage. That's the only reason why there's no universal health care. So I'm pretty sure a lot of Edomites are running around mad that they got to pay all that money into the system. Hey, go talk to your white people, man. Because of us, that's why you don't have it. Y'all should have let us bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have let the brothers leave. You know, y'all be all right. But y'all can't live without us. Go ahead, hit play. I'm sorry, read.
She highlights how Southern Democrats in the 1930s and 40s blocked national insurance to ensure it wouldn't force the desegregation of hospitals,
right,
or give black workers the freedom to leave exploitative, low-wage jobs.
You see that? It all keep us broke, right? You're unhealthy. You got to work for damn near nothing. All of that has something to do with it. They said to hell with that. Look at them other countries. They don't give a damn. They say, yo, take care of the people. They ain't worried about that. They got money for them. And America got money for the workers. But they like, no. We're going to upset the racial hierarchy. Okay? Look, there's another one, An American Health Dilemma. Read that real quick.
An American Health Dilemma by W. Michael Bird and Linda A. Clayton. This 2-volume medical history provides an exhaustive look at how the slave health deficit and subsequent segregation created a tiered system that prioritized white patients and excluded black Americans from the medical profession and coverage.
You see that? And it goes further, just to keep us out of the profession, period. Right? To get us out of there, right? Let me see. This is what I want. The Power of the Past. Read that. Watch this.
The Power of the Past. History and state variation in American healthcare, various authors. This and similar academic works describe how the U.S. opted out of universal systems in the early 20th century, partly due to the influence of pseudoscientific racial extinction theory.
You see that? They had to come up with something. They said, there might be a racial extinction. Why? Because if we're healthy, they know how our people are. We strong like that. So they don't want us to keep what do you call it? Multiplying. That's really that's what they're saying. Yeah. All right. Same thing when you read in the book of Exodus. What did Egypt say? Let's deal with them wisely. They started wanting to kill off the babies. This is where all of the abortion and eugenics and all of that. This is where all this is coming from, y'all. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Figures like Frederick Ludwig Hoffman argued that black people were innately inferior and that providing them with health care would interfere with their natural decline.
You know what the natural decline is, y'all? Esau destroying us through food, through the lack of health care and all of that. That's what's the natural decline. Why would we naturally decline if we got health care? How does that make sense? But if we had health care, then they wouldn't be able to keep us sick. All right? Bring all the garbage into the neighborhood, right? Set up all these stupid ass stores and liquor stores and what do you call it? Smoke shops and this, that, and the third, and have our supermarkets with hardly any good food in it, and then their supermarkets got the good food. This is what's going on, y'all. All right?
There's nothing natural about our decline.
No, none at all.
Yep.
That's the point. But they're calling it natural because it's natural to them to be the devil.
Yep.
And they're natural born killers. That's what that's all about. All right. So drop that, right, and bring up 14 because it was talking about how much money, right, it would take because they were spending how much, like $16 million or whatever in 12 days, right? So all we got to do now is look and see. Matter of fact, before you bring that up, hit play on the video again. That same video we was watching because he about to bring something up. And then we're going to go to those next numbers. All right? Just to show y'all how wicked this place is. Don't ever get it confused because y'all might be like, oh, these guys are angry. And we know a lot of our people who in the truth already, they watch the show. But just in case y'all not in the truth, y'all not have not found out that, or y'all know y'all Israel and y'all haven't been keeping the commandments, y'all ain't really fully in this thing yet, right? Y'all might think that we just angry, we just pulling stuff out just because we ain't got nothing to do. This is real.
Yeah.
This is real. You're reading it for yourself. The books are there. Y'all can find those books. Read that. All right. Easter is fake. We got classes on that. Yeah. Resurrection Sunday never happened. He raised. We got to keep saying it. He raised up on the Sabbath. Y'all can check all this out. This is in the Bible.
It's there.
Yeah, we bring it all out. So anybody who's watching for the first time or y'all just getting into this, listen. All you got to do, like the scriptures say in Thessalonians, we prove all things. We don't just talk. See how Trump and them was just talking crazy? They have nothing backing them up. Everything they said was a lie. We brought it out. Come on, y'all. Y'all got 14? I'm sorry. Yes, that's what I want.
Single other developed country, we call them the OECD countries, every single one of them, plus many more, have some form of universal health care. But America's the only developed country in the world that doesn't have universal health care, by the way. But the priority here, according to President Trump, is war. Donald Trump's current war against Iran is estimated to have cost taxpayers more than $16.5 billion in the first 12 days. We're 5 weeks into this thing. That's according for the Center for Strategic and International Studies. But you can Google this. It's all over. All sorts of places have made estimates on this thing. It's day 35, and the Pentagon has not released updated figures. But according to the Washington Post, over 4 weeks, again, we're in 5 weeks now, the U.S. military blew through 850 Tomahawk cruise missile strikes against Iran at a cost of more than $3 billion. $3 billion just in Tomahawk missiles, all right?
Right, stop. So y'all heard that. $3 billion just in Tomahawk missiles. They're using way more stuff than that. Yeah. And you got to think about the planes they losing, the choppers, all of the fuel they use. You got to really think about this. Think about all the pistols they're using, right? You got to think about all the money that's being spent. Bullets, every little thing you could imagine. Right? They got the warships out there, everything. He said $3 billion in Tomahawk missiles, right? Now, Trump said that we cannot pay for that stuff because we got wars to fight, right? But bring up number 14. Bring up 14. We're just going to look at some numbers, right? We're going to look at some numbers, and then we're going to do a little bit of math, man. Y'all got 14?
Estimating the annual cost of universal health care in the U.S. varies significantly, depending on the study and the specific model used. Most estimates range between $3 trillion and $4 trillion per year. Current versus universal cost estimates.
Right. So $4 trillion, let's say $3 to $4 trillion a year, right? Cool. That's a lot of money. But you're just talking about $3 billion worth of Tomahawks in 30 days. Right? So if you do that over the course of a year, how much is just Tomahawk missiles? If you're doing quick math right now, 3 times, what's that? That's $36 billion just in Tomahawk missiles. So you extrapolate that and you get to this number. Go ahead, keep reading.
While the price tag for a universal system like Medicare for all is high, many researchers argue it would actually be cheaper than the current fragmented system.
Right. So that's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted y'all to read, right? Because it's saying 3 to 4 trillion, but it's probably cheaper. And y'all going to see why it's cheaper. Go ahead, scroll.
Current spending. The U.S. currently spends about $4.9 trillion to $5 trillion annually on health care.
Go ahead, scroll up.
Universal estimates.
Go ahead.
Yale University study estimates a single-payer system would cost about $3.03 trillion annually, representing a 13% savings, roughly $450 billion over current spending.
You see that? They would actually save the money. So although they're giving you a number, they're saying that once they put everything in place with a single payer system, they'll wind up saving bread. Read that next one. And that's Yale University right there, y'all. Go ahead, read the next one.
Urban Institute estimated a higher cost of roughly $3.2 trillion to $3.6 trillion per year over a 10-year period. Marcatus Center projected that a national single-payer system would cost the federal government roughly $3.2 trillion annually.
Now scroll. I want y'all to see something. Read that next part right there, where the savings and the costs come from. Look at that.
Where the savings and costs come from. The shift to universal health care involves a massive transfer of spending from private entities to the government.
That's the problem, y'all. So the private companies will be knocked off. That's the issue. But this country is about stealing. Like all of these private companies, insurances and all that, all the government, they involved in that. They're getting money from that. So they can't go to universal health care because they're not going to be able to get the bread that they're getting now. For them to become independently wealthy. For them to, all these billionaires and stuff y'all see, that's how they doing it. If they're not doing it, like if they're not having those private companies anymore and it's coming through the government, you're not seeing as many billionaires anymore. You're not seeing that. Go ahead, read on.
Factor, impact on cost. Administrative savings, eliminating private insurance overhead and billing complexity could save $200 billion plus annually.
Right. So $200 billion annually will be saved to just stop playing around with these private insurance companies. You see what they said? Billing complexity. Anybody who's been in that industry, is on that industry now, knows that the billing for insurance is kind of crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. They won't pay. Sometimes you got to come back, keep sending them. And I'm talking about from the administrative side. I'm not saying so much as the patient and all that, because you as the patient, you're not even knowing about what's going on in the background. So it's a lot to get the money out of the insurance companies. It's always some BS. And those of y'all who's in that industry and understand that, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Go ahead, read that next one.
Drug price negotiation, allowing the government to negotiate prescription prices could save roughly $180 billion per year.
Right. So now that means the pharmaceutical companies are now going to get pushed out the way. And they getting big money. They're lobbying the politicians, all of that, y'all. Right? So y'all see where it is. The point is I wanted to bring out that the war, everything, how America operates impacts all of us, all our health and everything. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is like, don't think that this is outside of y'all, because sometimes people think, oh, that's a war that don't really got nothing to do with us. I still got to go to work every day and so on and so forth. Okay, cool. Right? Ain't nobody saying stop your life, but you got to be paying attention to all of this. You got to know that Esau is a demon. You have to understand that. This country was built on blood, period. And it's never going to get right. When they saying, oh, I wish America was like what it was before. This country was never right. And it's going down, according to the Lord. You know? You got something, bro?
Yeah, just like all these things, like we've been speaking about, is a lot of the crafty counsel that you read about. And when you read Psalms 83 about the crafty counsel, it's one sentence. You know, it says they let's just get that piece real quick.
Yeah.
Psalms 83 and right to it. I think it's 3. Because it's such a small sentence, but it's so much in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That you don't necessarily see. Go ahead and read it.
Psalms chapter 83 and verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Right.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Right, so that crafty counsel. And Obadiah say, how are the things of Esau searched out?
Right.
Meaning you thinking like something as small, like health care. They don't care about anybody in the hospital. It's all about the trillions that they're making through the insurance.
Right.
You know? So then you got like the Lord said He's gonna take vengeance on them according to His anger.
Right.
According to His anger. We cannot imagine the things that the people that hate God
right,
that want to destroy his people are doing in the background. You wouldn't be able to imagine it. So those are the things we just finding out certain things. We did a show a few weeks back, Epstein Island,
right,
and the things that they doing with your abortions,
right,
the things they doing with your menstrual.
Damn,
you know what I'm saying? How they sterilizing you. We never thought they was drinking T cells out of a straw. You know what I'm saying?
T cells.
They're trying to live forever,
right?
So yeah, only the Lord, He know the background of these people, man.
Yeah, real talk. Real talk. It's wickedness on another level. Hey, y'all, bring up number 17, right? Because they mentioned something about how the war is expanding, right? And so now we talked about it last week, how Yemen got involved, or Yemen is getting involved, but it's starting to turn up, right? So bring up number 17.
Have now joined the war against Israel and have begun carrying out drone strikes this past weekend. In fact, this began this past weekend on Saturday. So Houthi military spokesperson Taya Sari announced that the attacks were launched in support of the Republic of Iran. Take a look.
The Yemeni armed forces, with the help of Allah Almighty and relying upon Allah, have carried out the first military operation using a barrage of ballistic missiles targeting sensitive Israeli military sites in southern occupied Palestine. The American and Israeli enemy must immediately respond to international diplomatic efforts to halt the aggression against Iran and the countries of the Axis, as it is unjust, oppressive, and unjustified, and harms stability and security at both the global and regional levels, as well as the global economy. We affirm that our hands are on the trigger for direct military intervention in any of the following cases: the joining of any additional alliances with the United States and Israel against the Islamic Republic of Iran and the axis of jihad and resistance; the use of the Red Sea to carry out hostile operations by the United States and Israel against the Islamic Republic of Iran or against any Muslim country. We will not allow that.
Right. Y'all see that? He said we will not allow that. So everyone is getting involved, y'all. This is a I don't want to say it's a beautiful thing. I don't want to put it like that and make y'all look, but when we see this, we know that the Bible is real.
Yeah.
Y'all understand that? So we when we see this is I don't want to say bittersweet. I just don't want y'all to look at us like we crazy. But the fact is that it's a faith builder. All right, it's a faith builder. Although we seeing this carnage and everything going on, we knowing, watching that this is a faith builder. That this is what the scriptures is talking about. Well, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, like you're saying, bittersweet for sure, because it's good. We know if this is happening, everything else we read is true. We are the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? All them curses that happened to us, all that stuff made sense. Now the future prophecies are starting, and they making sense. The Bible being accurate to the T, and it's this one part, like right after this, where we go through the tribulation. So it's like, it is bittersweet. This thing happening. We're gonna get the kingdom at the end of the day, but we got to go through something also. So it is bittersweet. It's gonna be a hell of a ride. I'll say that. And it's starting.
Yeah, for real. Let me get on Psalms 139. All right. You get Psalms 139, start at 19, right? Go ahead.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 139 and verse 19. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O God.
Right. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O God. Who's the wicked? That's Esau. Go ahead.
Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men, for they speak against thee wickedly.
Right. They speak against the Lord wickedly by saying, "Oh, he's died for our sins," and the Persians have tried to kill the Jews, and you speaking wickedly because that's not in the scriptures. All right, you calling Christ a liar. That's not what it is. Go ahead, read.
And thine enemies take thy name in vain.
Absolutely. They don't know the Lord. They should be talking it, period. Go ahead.
Do I not?
No.
Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee?
Right. David said, do I not hate them that hate you? Go ahead.
And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee?
Go ahead.
I hate them with perfect hatred.
Perfect hatred. What y'all know about that? I hate them with a perfect hatred. Why is this hatred perfect? Because they breaking the laws of God. I mean, they can't keep them anyway. But due to the fact of how wicked they are against the Lord, hating them is like it's just perfect. Right? Go ahead.
I count them mine enemies.
That's it. I count them mine enemies. Go ahead.
Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting.
Right, and that last part there is important because as we see in all of this, we got to make sure we're right. Because like Officer Judah said, we're going to get the kingdom at the end, but we have to be right. So although Esau is wicked as hell and he doing what he got to do, but David said, search me, make sure that what part of me is wicked, get that thing up out of here and get me in the righteous way, you know? Go ahead, y'all.
Man, what else? What more can you say after reading something so good like that, bruh? It ain't it, bruh.
Yeah. Hey, matter of fact, hey, bring up 19 real quick. Did we bring up 19 before? I think we did, y'all. I sound familiar. Sound familiar. Don't bring that up. No, go ahead. You was gonna say something. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Don't be quiet when I'm talking. I'm telling you, man. Y'all gotta stop that shit. Oh. Check this out, y'all. Go ahead. Hold on real quick. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Damn. Hold on, y'all.
David said he count them as his enemies, right? So he tell you the scriptures through the Spirit of Christ tell you exactly how to deal with this enemy. Go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and verse 12 right quick.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10 and verse 12.
Come on.
The beginning.
12 and 10. I'm sorry, I said it backwards.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
What the Bible say?
Never trust thine enemy.
Christ said, don't trust your enemies. You can't trust in nothing that they talking about. You can't believe in nothing that they say because they are made to be a certain way. You can't change them. They will not be changed. Go ahead.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
So just like if you put iron or any type of metal in water, how it rusts, it's an inevitable thing. That's how they are. They're gonna always show their true colors. Come on.
Though he humble himself and go crouching.
Though he act like he be with you, though he act like he your friend. Go ahead.
Yet take good heed.
He said, take good heed to this man because look at his history. Look at everything that he have done aforetime. He's always robbed, stealed, and killed the whole earth. Always. You think he gonna change now? Go ahead.
And beware of him.
Beware of him. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
Look at how they talking. Every single last one of them. Every single last one of these Edomites that we have watched tonight, they all talking about the same thing. War. All of that stuff don't get wiped away. When you actually look at what's going on, you see that that's the same person. Like the old dude said, it's in their DNA.
Right.
It's there. It ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
Go ahead.
Set him not by thee.
He said, don't make this man friends with you. Don't set him by you. Don't sit at the table with him. Don't eat with this man. Don't break bread with this man. Go ahead.
Lest when he hath overthrown thee.
Getting it, because he will overthrow you through his plots, through his secret, what's scripture?
Yeah.
His plots and popular persuasions.
Right.
Go ahead.
He stand up in thy place.
He gonna stand up and take your place. That's what they trying to do. That's what they've been doing. They took the place of us. Now they calling themselves the Jews. They took the place of every known, every renowned race on the earth. They stole it from them.
Right.
They stole being the Egyptians. They stole being the Japhites. They stole being everything, bro.
Hell yeah.
This is their patterns, and none of y'all can change them.
Nope.
The coon dude that we was watching earlier, yeah. He trusts fully in the enemy, and he gonna see when tribulation come how they gonna turn that gun on him.
Oh yeah, he gonna grow his mustache then. looking like a PDF file. You know what I mean? Come on, man. I don't trust that, man.
Bruh, you can't trust that, bro.
Nah, never. Ever since we was kids, we wasn't even in the truth. We used to be like, wow, that look weird. Yeah.
You gotta lay hands on him. You gotta bless that man.
Yeah, come on, man. Hey, y'all, bring up video number 10. That's what I was looking for. Number 10. Now, remember before we was talking about the pilots, right? That got taken down. I don't know if y'all know the whole story. We couldn't get into it because it's going to take too much time, but I'm going to give y'all a little background. So these pilots, they got knocked down. They said that they ejected out. Now, where one of the guys landed at, where they found him the next day, was 100 miles away from where he ejected. How the hell you walk 100 miles in a day? Has that ever been done?
No.
It sounded real fake. It sounded fake. I'm telling you. Listen, we don't. At this point, we can't trust nothing that come out these people's mouth. We can't trust nothing. But bring up that video real quick, number 10. Let's start at 4 minutes and 30 seconds, right? Because this woman right here, she's getting into it. She's bringing up a bunch of points, right? But let's start here. Let's see.
Because you have Reuters declaring that the rescue unfolded with near perfect precision, that under the cover of darkness, U.S. commandos slipped deep into Iran undetected, scaled a 7,000-foot bridge, and pulled a stranded American weapons specialist to safety, moving him toward a secret rendezvous point before dawn on Sunday. So as if Trump weren't giving us enough of a Hollywood story, Reuters certainly has their own version. That's exactly how it's written. I know that this is not the only version out there, but this is the article that I want to focus on here for a minute, because they specifically say that 2 MC-130 aircraft that had ferried some of the roughly 100 special operations forces into rugged terrain south of Tehran suffered a mechanical failure and could not take off, according to anonymous officials.
Pause for a second, right? It said that they had a mechanical failure and they couldn't take off. So now all of a sudden, these fully operational ships or choppers go out there, touch down on the ground, and now all of a sudden, both of them can't lift back up. They both got mechanical problems, difficulties. You know what the mechanical difficulty was? A missile.
Yep.
They got hit. That's what happened. If y'all notice, they don't never say when the United States gets casualties, when things are shot down. They just happen to mention about those 2 planes, right? So now that makes us start to think, did they actually get shot down? Because they never say when they get shot down. It's always a crash, a mistake. It's never they got taken out, right? And nobody's ever dead. None of these pilots are dead, by the way. Everybody has gotten away scot-free except for a twisted ankle. The guy had a twisted ankle, walked 100 miles, and went up a 7,000-foot ridge on a mountain. Real talk. This is what they're saying. Go ahead, hit play.
Now, okay, I know I'm already going to get comments on this that are like, well, you have not served in the military, you're not a military specialist. I will be having this conversation with people this week who are military specialists, so we can get a little bit more into the details here. But just off of my reading off of this, of not being a military specialist, why are we sending 100 special forces in to find this one guy? Or maybe I should say to retrieve this one guy, because the U.S. had his location, as they're saying here, right? They knew exactly where he was as he was apparently traveling 100 miles and crawling into the crevice of a mountain. But they send in 100 special forces, and then not just one, but 2 of their aircraft get stuck. They say suddenly elite commandos risk being stuck behind enemy lines. Their commanders made a high-risk decision, ordering additional aircraft to fly into Iran to extract the group in waves, a decision that left the elite commandos waiting for a couple of tense hours. They then claim that the gamble worked. The rescue force was pulled out and...
Pause, y'all. It's not strange that they're now, you know where they're at, right? They're in Iran. All this is going on in Iran's territory. They didn't receive no fire. Iran didn't come out there and say, yo, these guys are touched down over there. We just need to hit them right now and get rid of them. That didn't happen. They just let them go get their guy and everything else. And what y'all don't know is that Iran had put a bounty on those pilots. They said, yo, $20,000 or $40,000, I think it was $60,000 to anybody who finds those pilots and keeps them and holds them for us. That's what they was looking for. They was looking for them guys, right? Let's say the planes got shot down. They said the planes got shot down. They was looking for the pilots. So what we talking about? They just let these guys touch down there and walk around and figure out and hang out there for 2 hours waiting for more. What are we doing? Is this real?
No.
Man, yo.
It's not real.
No, it's not. Hit play.
Stages and U.S. troops destroyed the disabled MC-130s and 4 additional helicopters inside Iran rather than risk leaving sensitive equipment behind.
Stop. So the 2 initial choppers that went down and couldn't get back up, they destroyed those and 4 additional ones. So 6 choppers the United States destroyed because they had mechanical failures when they touched down. Is this a real story?
No.
How does this make sense? All 6 of them was mechanically what do you call it?
Had mechanical malfunction?
Yes. How's this possible? And then they destroyed all of them so that the Iranians don't get a chance to retrieve any technology from them. Hey, y'all, go to 11 minutes and 20 seconds. You can start at 11:10. All right, this is what we're dealing with, y'all. Now we got to have comic book stories about the guy hiding up in the mountain and they had to go rescue him. They're going to make a movie.
Yeah.
They're going to make a movie.
He traveled
That's what it
a
sound
7-day travel in a day.
Right.
With a broken ankle.
100 miles is
Wait a
at
minute.
least 7 days.
But, bro, we need to look that up. Has anyone ever walked 100 miles in a day?
Right.
Nah, that's a 7-day trip. Walking.
Right. In a terrain you don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially in Iran where you got all type of different topography. It ain't like it's just some smooth, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And they know the terrain. And
Exactly.
Your plane is smoking. They will be able to find you.
That's the point. So that's why he had to move because the plane went down. It's like, okay, he got to move. That's common sense, right? That's rules of engagement. Your plane go there. You can't stay there. You got to move. But how do you get that far?
Yeah.
You don't get that far.
No, you don't. You don't. Hold on, man. I got to look it up because I don't think nobody looked it up. 100 miles. Why they not looking it up?
Because they crazy.
100-mile walk. Oh, you looked it up? 100-mile walk in a day. Or 24 hours, right.
That's nonstop.
Look at this. It says walking 100 miles in 24 hours is an extreme endurance feat requiring a pace under 15 minutes per mile, 4 miles an hour without significant stops. It demands at minimum months of training, averaging 40 to 80 miles per week with top contenders using race walking techniques to manage intense physical toll. Right? So basically no one can do it.
Yeah, that's not right.
Right? A pilot don't got time to be sitting around doing brisk walking in the morning. Now they stay in shape because they have to maintain certain weight and everything in order to be in the plane, right? Because I think you can't be taller than 6'2", and you can't be shorter than I think 5'3" or something, 5'4", something like that, up to 6'2". I believe that's the measurement of a pilot. You can't be taller than 6'2" or something to that effect, and you got to be a certain weight, right? But you're not going to be utilizing no race walking techniques in your mind. That's not going. If you crash in a plane, you're not even thinking about surviving.
Right,
man.
100 miles, man. Come on.
And on a broke leg,
and his leg was messed up.
And on a
messed
up ankle.
Man, hey, listen, y'all got to that part. 11 minutes 10 seconds. Go ahead, rock that. It's crazy.
They'll believe that, but won't believe that Christ is black. That's
Damn.
crazy.
Right.
That's crazy.
No, that's funny though.
That's crazy to me.
You're right about that. And all right, go ahead.
Why Isfahan and why send 100 special operations servicemen to that region unless maybe, let's say, you were trying to carry out a special operation? Because just over a week ago, a report was published by the Bulletin.
Pause, y'all. Hey, read that real quick, officer.
Analysis. Iran likely transferred highly enriched uranium to Isfahan before the June strikes.
Remember last week we were talking about, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember, but we were talking about that elite group that would go and handle uranium, enriched uranium. So it looks like Iran had sent their enriched uranium to this place, Isfahan. That's where the so-called crash happened, right in that general area, right? So the question now becomes, did they actually have a crash, or did they have this team of choppers going in there trying to retrieve the uranium and wind up getting into a skirmish and getting shot up? Are they providing a story of these jets getting shot down? Because when you hear, I think Iran did say they shot the jets down, or they shot them 2 choppers down. I can't remember exactly what. But the point is, we don't even know. But this is a good point she's making. But hit play.
Of the atomic scientist working with the French newspaper Le Monde, in which they analyzed a previously unreported satellite image of the Iranian nuclear site at Isfahan, showing a large truck loaded with containers. They say experts said they could not be certain what the containers held, but the timing of the image, the type of load, and other indirect evidence suggests that Iran may have placed a significant quantity of highly enriched uranium, possibly all of its inventory, at the facility ahead of the June 2025 strikes by Israel and the U.S. Interesting. So you're telling me that the U.S. would have had a reason to, quote unquote, take over an abandoned airport in the region?
Oh yeah, hit pause. So according to what was said, I think Iran even backed it up. Y'all can check this out. That there was an abandoned airstrip because if y'all look at Iran is huge. I'm talking about super huge. And the main cities where they live is close together. The rest of it is like barren, right? Not totally barren. There's a little something here and there. But they had an air base out there that they didn't use anymore. So supposedly the United States went and dropped into that airfield and they're using it. So it would almost be like, let's say most of the country lives on, let's say, the East Coast. And then from like, say, right after the East Coast all the way to the West, nobody really lives there.
Damn.
So they're saying that America took one of them landing strips out there and they were chilling there and setting up shop. Now, I don't know why they wouldn't just bomb them right there. I don't know. But that's what was said. So that's what she's bringing up. Why would they send hundreds and hundreds of men to save 2 guys or 1 guy? She's saying, no, that's not what happened. They really went to go look after that damn uranium. But hit play.
To send over 100 special operations servicemen to go in with the idea that maybe they were going to carry out an operation trying to seize what they believed was highly enriched uranium at the nuclear facility in Isfahan. Because you did have Iran reporting that it shot down 2 U.S. C-130 support aircraft.
Right, okay, so stop it. Exactly. So this is what Iran is claiming, that it shot down 2 U.S. C-130 support aircraft. That's the ones they're talking about, and the 2 Black Hawk helicopters. It was nothing about those fighter jets. U.S. mission to recover second crew member of down F-15 fighter jet. Maybe they did. They probably claim responsibility for that as well. Okay, so I'm not gonna say the jets ain't get shot down, but how do we know that these guys that got shot down, right, were actually looking for that pilot? Maybe they were on a separate mission completely. This is the point, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, hit play.
2 Black Hawk helicopters in Isfahan. You also have Iran releasing video footage of the wreckage there. Remember, the U.S. told us that they destroyed these aircraft, that this was what got stuck in the mud and therefore they had to completely destroy it. But instead, you have local media noting that the explosion was so massive that the aircraft shape was scorched into the ground. But we're told that this was just a rescue mission, that no one died here. The planes just got stuck in the mud and therefore had to be destroyed. Never mind the images now circulating in Iranian media showing the loss of 12 aircraft, including 2.
Hit pause. What does that look like? Does that look like the United States just blew something up or burned it up? Or do it look like it got hit by something? Everything is twisted there. That's all twisted metal. They said it got hit so hard that it burnt the form into the ground. You don't even see nothing. You don't see anything. Oh, man. There you go. Hit play on that. Let's see if we got any more.
2 C-130 transport planes, 4 Little Bird helicopters, 4 Black Hawk helicopters, and 2 MQ-9 drones in a single operation. So what was the plan here? That's got to be the biggest question in the aftermath of this. Was the plan to use the F-15 fighter jet as a diversion? Because that's what it seems like, right? You get this jet that is shot down near the Persian Gulf, then there is this frantic search for the pilots. That seems to be the real distraction, while what the U.S. was attempting to do over in Isfahan was to launch an operation aimed at trying to seize what they believed was enriched uranium at this nuclear facility. Yet, clearly, it all fell apart. Clearly, if that was the plan, and again, we don't have confirmation of this. We are just looking at what we know so far. But based on all of the images and
pause, y'all. Y'all can drop that, right? And she made a point. It's not actually known, but you're not going to know. Right. They will never let you know. So you got to put things together. You got to put it together, right? It's so crazy. You don't even know that the plane that was shot down, that could have been a drone. That could have been a drone.
Damn, for real.
Yeah. I remember coming up, driving up on a 95 coming from New Jersey, right? Coming from way down, there's a city, Neptune, New Jersey, and down by the Jersey Shore. And we driving up there, going back into New York, right? And you would see the drone planes. I'm not talking about those little drones that they send with little weaponry on. I'm talking about a big size jet, not a 747. I'm talking about look like a military plane, all black, no windows, no nothing. And you see them coming in and landing. They were just playing with them, and those was drones. So they look like fighter jets. But the only thing you notice, you're just like, oh shoot, I don't see no glass. You know what I'm saying? You don't see nothing where the pilot is at. It's just all black, right? So who knows? Maybe it was one of those they sent where it was unmanned. And when they shot it down, maybe there was no pilots to go rescue. You understand? We don't know. Yeah. We don't know. But things are so crazy now, y'all, that this is what it is. You know, this is the age of information. We're getting a lot of information. Back then, they could just throw us a story, World War II, Vietnam, and all that. They just telling stories. So people listening. But now, we seeing it, you know? But all praises, y'all. This is where we at. Hey, listen. Give to the Booster Club. All right? Y'all got to donate to the Booster Club, all right? The Isaiah 11:11 project, all right? We gathering the 12 tribes from the 4 corners, all right? Make sure y'all give, all right? Give as much as you can, all right? Y'all already know how it go. We need the airfare, the hotel fare, the fare, all that, all right? So please, donate, all right? And help us to do this work, all right? Brothers is going out there hazarding their lives in these different countries. Y'all sending that bread. It's a beautiful thing. It's as if you're doing it as well, all right? All praises. All right, save a couple dollars for us, all right? Hit the QR code, all right? And IUIC.NorCal at IsraelUnite.org on PayPal, all right? Whichever is easier. Or y'all could just keep hitting us on, what are we talking about?
Super Chat.
Super Chat is good. Super Chat is good. All right, what else we got? All right, so next week, you know what I'm saying, we coming back giving y'all the current events, you know what I'm saying, and letting y'all know what it is. Again, we got some guests lined up starting the week after that. During the Passover week, you know, we're going to have, it's going to be kicking off from there, but there's so much going on now, y'all. We got to stay in the mix, all right? So all praise to the Lord. Next week, 8:30 Pacific Standard Time on Mondays, all right? All right. All praises. All right. Officer Shem, take us out, bruh.
Before we go, my man Alvin Israel 144.
Okay.
$20 in the Super Chat.
All right. Hey, all praises, brother Alvin. Appreciate you, bruh. Appreciate you. All praises. That's a blessing. Trey Chamon.
$19.99 in the Super Chat.
It's a $19.99, you said?
Yep.
All praises. Thank you. Trey Chamon, right?
Yeah.
All praises.
All right. Let's get the script.
Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 21. Then I testified against them and said unto them, why lord ye about the wall? If ye do so again, I will lay hands on you.
Yes, sir. So if you do this again, we got to lay hands on you. If you don't donate to the Booster Club, hey, we got to lay hands on you. If you're not paying attention to the news, We gotta lay hands on you. All right. Hey, yo, this is the Nehemiah squad. Hey, we got Officer Shem, the mighty Captain Zakai. I'm Officer Judah. Till next time, long.
All right, Most High Christ bless y'all. Hit us with a thumbs up.
Even the evil, spend holy days away from the heathen. I need a break.
Crazy,
I don't
baby.
need a reason. I need a script. I don't need your grievance. Keep it to yourself. It's better for my health. Leave it on the shelf. Ain't hearing nothing else. Tonight and tonight, knowing the price. Pay it off for my life. Till it's out with your lights. Do it all for the Christ. And he ain't playing nice. Knew the end from the start. Fix your face like it's art. The sons of a simp, call them Bart. Yeah, you did your best, played your part. But now it's time to cut you to the heart. Flex on occasion. It's the strangest of the salvation. You see it, believe it, amazing. Them terrorists coming invasion since the creation. War, mine, Lord, bless the general. Greatest nation, eat them unequivocal.